get an answer, remember they're asking you closest, right? So you got to read a little bit carefully, but I think most of you are getting it. Some of you are getting like 437. So well done to me. Well done, Safiaz, Anne-Marie. Excellent. Lucia. Nicely done, Lucia. So well done, Lucia. I'm sorry, I mispronounced your name probably. Sorry about that. So Martin, there you are. Okay, excellent. So remember, all of these ideas, right, are here. It's closest. So some of you might be getting 437 point something, but remember, it's closest. So the closest is 450, right? So I think this problem is easy, right? And those who have finished this problem, work on this problem, guys. Okay. Meanwhile, I'm working on this here. So remember, again, this is a ratio problem, right? So this is 25 by 13.7 seconds, right? And then you're given how much distance will he walk? So now you got X over here, right? Because this is meters, right? In 13.7 seconds. Now here it comes to 4 minutes. But remember, minutes, you got to convert it to the same unit here. So you're going to do 4 times 60 seconds, right? Which is 240 seconds, right? 240 seconds. 240 seconds here. Right, 240 seconds. Right. Now try to do the cross multiplication. Remember what we did here? We did the division and then equal to, right? Right. Now, guys, who finished this problem? I've told you the trick already. Okay. Try to plug in. I know this is a hard problem. Okay. This is like a 700 plus problem. Remember, try to plug in X. Take X to be a simple value. Maybe take X to be 10. Okay. And then try to solve this problem that way. And take Y to be 2. Okay, and see what answer you get. Take X to be 10, take Y to be 2, and see what you get. Calculate it, and then the answer is just going to fall in your lap then afterwards. Once you understand how to use numbers here in place of these variables, life becomes much easier. So work on that. Okay. Okay. So meanwhile, over here, what you're going to do is you're going to get rid of these units. Right? So you get rid of these seconds, this second, and then you're going to cross multiply here like this. Same deal. If you have trouble cross multiplying, remember, I've got a whole piece on cross multiplying in the ratio section. Okay. Awesome. Well done to me. Nicely done. Okay. So remember cross multiplying. So you've got 25 times 240 here, and that's equal to 13.7 times X. Right? So now you're going to take the 13.7 and put it over here, right? And then this goes away because you're dividing it, right? You got rid of this, and now you can calculate this answer, right? Nicely done. Well done, CG. Well done, Jovina. Safiaz, excellent. Stephen, well done. Martin, nice job. Okay. So here in this problem here, problem number 9, for those who are following me, 25 times 240, right? Divided by 13.7. So you get 437 point something, right? 437.95, right? And now you're not going to see 437.95 here. So let's see what the question is asking. It's asking what is the closest to the distance, right? So they kind of rounded it off, right? So 437.95, you round it up, and then you get 450, which is the nearest one. So that's why B is the correct answer. Yes, yes, totally ask me after the session. Yes. So now this problem, guys, okay, this problem over here, right? This problem over here, guys, what you got to do is, so this problem here, right? What you got to do is X bricks per hour for Y hours, right? So that means you're going to take 10 bricks per hour for Y hours. So think about it like this: 10 bricks in 1 hour, right? Per means 1. Remember, in 1 hour. Per means in 1 hour. So in 2 hours, how many bricks can you do it? So you're going to do 10 times 2, right? So that's 20. But just leave it as 10 times 2. Now here, this is a hard problem, so don't worry if you don't get it, okay? x over 2. So what do? X over 2 is just 5, but write it as 10 over 2 right now. Don't do any calculation, okay? And then for 2y more hours, that means you've got this guy, right, in 2y. That means 2 times 2, right? 10 in 2 times 2 hours, right? So 5 bricks, right, for 2 more hours, right? So that's why it's going to be, you're going to write down 5 times 4, right? So 10 times 2 is 20, and 5 times 4 is again 20. And then you're going to add this 20 with this 20, right? I know this is a hard problem, so don't worry about it. And now the same idea you're going to use for the, remember, for the variables, right? So what did you do first? You did x times y, right? So you're going to write down x times y. That's your first thing. X hours for 1 hour, for y hours. That's 10 bricks per hour for 2 hours, right? Then you're doing x over 2 bricks. This is, of course, per hour for 2y more hours, right? So you're going to do x over 2 times 2y. Remember, x over 2 times 2y. The same you did x times y. It's just a weird way of writing it, right? That's it. And then you can combine these two, right? You've got xy over here. Again, this is a hard problem, so don't worry if you don't get it. And this guy you can cancel, and you got xy again, right? And this xy and this xy, when you add it, you get xy plus xy, which is 2xy, right? Which is why this is your correct answer, right? So again, guys, we've done these kind of problems before, right? So you definitely need practice. Work on the practice problems that I'm sending you, okay? I know it's 9:30, but stay with me. It's just one last piece which is remaining, super important, percents, okay? Percents, and then we'll call it a session, okay? So remember what you're gonna do in percents. I know it's an hour already, so but I spent some time talking about this course, right? This course here, right? So if you like it, guys, please, you can always ask me where you want it. Yes, I'm going to send you this. I'm going to send these set of problems, which I've talked about, to everybody. Okay. And to my subscribers, I send them. So remember, today's session, you're going to get these problems and you're going to get the answer key. But remember all of these other problems, right? If you join the session, right, you get all of these problems, you get all of these answers. And these are exactly the SAT problems, right? So many of these very, very similar problems are going to come in your test, because that's how I picked these problems from these tests, which are publicly available, right? And I'm showing you how to solve them, and they have the same pattern, right? So you keep learning these patterns, right? And remember, come here, learn with me, do the practice sessions, right? That's what's gonna help you. Remember, it's already like 63 minutes into the session, and everybody's here, right? You're so focused, right? That's the way I like to teach. That's the way how many of my students have learned, right? Stay here, learn with me, then you can try some problems by yourself, right? And remember, the course is right over here, right? Let me just show you one more time here. You can click on it, and then you can just tell your parents, and then this is just $95 is your one-time fee, and you can get it for a long time. Not only that, many of my students are actually part of this referral program, okay? So what happens here is that you pay the $95 upfront and you're joining the session, but meanwhile, when you take the sessions, you can invite your friends as well, right? So you can invite your friends, you get a referral, right? You get a referral, I'm saying it's 3 friends, but you can invite more if you want, right? Many people have invited a ton of their friends, and they've pretty much gotten this course for free, right? Because you get $15 when you, when you do $15, right, you get this referral. So, sorry, when you refer someone, you get $15. So many of the people have done this referral kind of thing, okay? So focus on it. I think it helps a ton of people. Some people are actually asking me to post the link again. So just give me 1 second. And then we're gonna go to the percent problems, okay? So here it is. Here's the link, guys. So that's it. You can post it. You can tell your parents, and your parents, I'm pretty sure they're gonna okay it. Okay. So now let's go to the percents section. Okay. This is the last piece for today. Okay. Percents. All right. There are a few problems. There are 2 problems actually. The first problem I'm going to show you is called the reverse problem. Okay. The reverse percents problem. So what happens here? Let's look at the idea of percents first. Okay. Let's say you've got a bag, Okay, you've got a bag, okay, and this bag costs, let's say, $350. Okay, now let's say its price goes up by 10%. Okay, then there's a variety of ways of calculating it, but pay attention to what I'm doing here, right? It's going to help you. You can do it in a variety of ways, but think about it this way. Okay, excellent, well done, Griffin. So you've got the old price here, right, and the new price here. Now this is easy. Many of you are going to do 10% of 350. Many of you are going to do 10% of 350. You're going to get $35. Then you add the 35 to 350 and you're going to get 385, right? That's okay. But here's a formula which is going to help you to solve the reverse problem, which is what SAT asks you. It never asks you this. It asks you the reverse problem. So pay attention, okay? The new price, this price, is going to be equal to the old price times 1 plus the percent value here, okay? So that's going to be 0.1, okay? Remember this because it's going to be useful in the problem that we're just going to be solving, okay? So the new is equal to old times 1 plus this, okay? And so now the old, right, is 350, right? Now, all you got to do is just add this 1.1, right? So you do 350 times 1.1. Let's go over here and do 350 times 1.1, okay? So 350 times 1.1 is immediately going to give you 385, right? Which is what many of you did it already, right? Many of you did this already. But now, here's the deal, folks, all right? Now I'm going to tell you what the SAT asks you, okay? So pay attention. This is one of the last important things. Again, you could easily add up to 100 points just in this word problems piece, okay? Now, how do you do it, right? You've got a bag, right? Now the price is going up by, let's say, 20%, maybe 15%, right? Now, the new price, guys, is, I'm going to give you this new price. It's 450. The new price is 450, right? And they're asking you the old price, okay? Now you're going to use the same formula. You're going to use new is equal to old times 1 plus the percent value, right? Which is 0.15, okay? And try to calculate what's the old price. Why? How do you know this? You can do it this way. 450 is equal to old times 1.15, right? So I'm not gonna, let me see how many can solve this. Well done, well done. Some people are getting it. Excellent. Well done, CG. Well done, Martin. Well done, Thomas. Yes. So remember, you've got over here, you've got this new, right, is equal to, the new is equal to old times 1.15, right over here. So 1.15, and then you've got old, which is, you don't know what it is, right? Times 1.15, and the new is equal to 450. So now the old is equal to 450 over 1.15, okay? And that value is 391.30. Right? So remember how you got to do it. Don't do it weirdly. Like some people like to do 450 times 1 minus 0.15. That's wrong. Okay, that's wrong. Don't do it this way. It's got to be done this way. Okay. Okay, 391. Because look at it this way: 391.30. When you increase it by 15%, if you try it 1.15, you're gonna get 450. Right? So try that. 391.30. Right, 391.30 times 1.15. That should give you 450, right? That's roughly 450. So that's how you got to do it. Okay, this is the correct way to do these problems. Don't do it this way. Okay, now let me ask you this another question over here, right? How are you going to do this problem? How are you going to apply this idea if the price decreases? Okay, how are you going to apply this idea if the price decreases? So remember, what you got to do here, I'm going to use a different ink. I know, thanks for your patience. This is an important part, right? Many people have asked for years and years, how do I do word problems? So these are the selected gems that I've chosen for you, okay? Now, think about it like this. You got a bag and the price actually goes down by, let's say, 30%, okay? So now what do you do? The new, guys, new, pay attention here, please. New is equal to old times 1 minus Okay, it's 1 minus. Don't do 1 divided by all of that. It's 1 minus. Okay, so remember this. Stick it in your head, right? Like this should stick. New is equal to old times 1 minus 30%. Okay. All right. So now let me give you another problem. Okay, this problem over here. Okay. Let's see. And then we're going to solve the actual SAT problem, and you're going to see why I'm talking, why I've been screaming, right, my voice out over here. Let's see. Let's say the price decreased now, and now the price became 310. Okay, so find the original price. Remember, this is your old value, this is your new value, and new is equal to old. Remember, it's always multiplied. New is equal to old times something, okay? And this is 1 minus 30%, okay? Remember, the 30% is going to be written as 0.3, and then try to solve this problem, okay? See if you can solve it. And once you get it, try to check the answer as well, but see what you get. Well done, CG. Yes, excellent job. Yes, Dev. Safia is nice. Jovina, well done. So yeah, try it, guys. So now you know why it's called the reverse problem, right? Because you have to kind of like go around. There's no other way. Ask your friends if you can. Yes, you divide it. Yes, exactly right. So that's it. That's it. Well said. Well said. So new is equal to, that means 310 is equal to old times 0.7. Okay, and then so old is equal to 310 over 0.7. Okay, and then you try to calculate this. So 310, remember percents is so important in your life. Okay, 0.7, that's 442.86. okay, so therefore the answer is 442.86. Yes, eventually in these answers you're going to have to divide by this guy, which is originally 1 minus this. Okay, and here it was 1 plus. So remember, you at the end you're going to divide. At the start, just remember this formula. New is equal to old plus or minus, okay, depending on if it's increase or decrease. Okay, this is an important problem, guys. If you're not able to understand, email me later in the day. Email me tonight itself. If you didn't understand, I'll explain it to you again. Okay, watch this piece now. Okay, let's do, yes, let's do some word problems here. Same type of problems. Okay, so let's try. I'm going to give you the exact same problems. Okay, so remember, the SAT is going to trick you with some weird kind of answers right at the top and right at the start. Okay, so but one of these answers is correct. Just use this formula. I've given you the formula, so use that one. Okay, the problem is coming up in just a quick second. I know this session is a bit longer today, because we are kind of doing all of these problems, and I want you guys to succeed in this, right? So, all right, so try this problem. Remember, new is equal to old times 1 plus a percent. And you might be asked to calculate old, okay? So which is new, which is old is up to you. Nice, Martin. Well done, CG, Jovina.